What's up, guys? We're going to tell you the top 5 reasons to move to Philadelphia this year, 2024.
Happy New Year. So number one, before we get to number one, I want to thank Jeffrey Lurie for letting us into his building. We're down at the link right now. They gave us the keys because, of course, as you all know, we're going to be on the road in Florida for Monday.
Tampa Bay, yeah. It was nice of Jeff, though, to let us in, to kind of just show us the ropes. We sort of gave ourselves a tour, walk around, and found our way to the booth.
Mm-hmm. He's a good rich guy.
So we're going to be real estate experts here from the link, giving you the top 5 reasons to move to Philadelphia.
Yep.
Should we get right into it?
Let's get right into it. I think number one, and this is going to sound crazy when we're in the midst of storms, but weather is a reason to live in this area. We're in the mid-Atlantic. We don't get the extremes. We get somewhat cold, somewhat hot, but we don't have the extremes of hurricanes, tornadoes, only upon the rarest and rarest of occasions. We're bordered by mountains and the ocean on the other side.
True.
So things seem to hit those mountains and brush up towards New England, hitting New York along the way, and we miss storm after storm after storm as it goes up that
and
way.
we really do get...
It's not really that way. It's this way if I take it.
It doesn't matter too much.
Weather goes.
But we really do get true 4 seasons, don't we?
We get a true 4 seasons.
You get to sled, you get to ski in the wintertime, and then you get to swim and take a dip in the summertime.
That's right.
And then fall and spring. Those are personally my 2 favorite seasons because it's kind of a mixed mash.
And growing up in Ireland where you got one continuous season for a year, they pretend that it's 4 seasons, but it's really not. Here it's a true 4 seasons. Now it may not be 3 months of each season, but it's a true 4 seasons.
Yeah,
yes.
Plain and simple. If you want to raise your kids right and give them the best temperatures and experience possible, move to Philadelphia. All right.
And before we finish, we're not going to talk about climate change or global warming because that gets political. Okay, let's go. Next one.
Could have just not mentioned it, and then we wouldn't have talked about it either.
Okay.
All right. Number 2 reason to move to Philadelphia or the Philadelphia area. Greater Philadelphia area. Beautiful. Number 2 is the location in USA. What do you have to say about that?
I think our location, when we're 2 hours from New York City, we're 2.5 to 3 hours from Washington, D.C., the nation's capital. We're an hour and a half from the shore. We're the same from the Pocono Mountains. I call that a good location.
Yeah, and you're also an hour flight from a lot of places. You can get down to Florida in about an hour flight.
Yeah.
Hit the beach. And also, like we said, that's tied in to the weather, but it's kind of a good central point in the Northeast. Like you said, you can get to the top of the country in a few hour drive. You can get to the bottom of the country in a 6, 7, 8 hour drive.
Yeah.
So it's cool.
And to segue into from location to history, the third point we have for Philadelphia is...
Third point, history.
Correct. So history is the nation was founded here, 1776, as you all know.
First capital. Philadelphia, first capital of the United States.
Of the USA because of its central location. And the colonies were set up on the East Coast, and Philadelphia was central to all of the colonies within reason. It would take weeks to get from Boston to Philly, of course, but it would take months to get from Boston to Virginia, for example. So Philly was somewhat central for that reason alone. So that's another great thing. The history, just go down to Old City, in Center City, Philly. Great experience down there, all the museums, pony and trap rides, horse and carriage rides.
Yeah, I mean, you could go down to Center City and go to any part of the city, really, and you'll just see such beautiful, historic colonial buildings that are... You can tell were built in the 1700s, a lot of them, and that dates back to, that's where everyone was congregating first, and they had beautiful buildings there.
Yeah.
Also, I'd like to say that history in terms of Native American populations having beautiful grounds around, like Valley Green, for example, not far from us. You look at Valley Forge, so like Civil War and Revolutionary War, a lot of it was sort of around Philadelphia, so there's really cool remains, buildings, parks, battlefields, things like that. It goes on and on.
Names of things.
Names of things, yeah.
All in Indian, Native American founded names. Schuylkill, Manayunk, Conshohocken, these are all
Do you know how to
Indian
spell
names.
Schuylkill?
No, we don't have time for that. I don't think.
I'll give it a go. S-C-H-Y-L Schuylkill. U-L-L.
No, you killed Schuylkill.
All right.
You killed trying to
How about we move on?
How about we move on to why? What's another reason to live here?
4th reason to live here is the people. The people the attitude, the sports fans, the people running restaurants and the shops, how multicultural it is and ethnic it is. When you go to the city, you see 100 different kinds of restaurants. I think the people in Philadelphia are interesting for sure. They're passionate, they're energetic, but overall, I would say pretty amazing population of
And
people.
it's the only place in the world where they spell attitude with 2 D's.
Attitude.
ADD. Attitude.
Attitude.
That's what. And a Y. They put a Y in there. Attitude.
Attitude over at the Acme.
Yeah. So I can spell attitude, but I can't spell skookle.
And I touched on it really quickly. A lot of people don't like Philly sports fans, but hey, once you become a Philly sports fan, you realize we're the greatest breed of sports fans there are in the
You
world.
also realize why people don't like them.
Sure. But when you're part of it, when you're one of us,
yeah,
you know,
it's true. They're good. They're honest people. They're good people, and just don't cross them, and you'll be fine. Everything's good. Everything's good. Become one.
Don't cross
with them.
Don't wear a Cowboys jersey at an Eagles tailgate.
Well, you deserve what you get.
Be sensible. Be smart. Be logical.
Exactly. And the last thing, it's 2 things.
Number 5. Fifth reason to move to Philadelphia, to live in Philadelphia.
Eds and meds. That's what keeps people coming to Philadelphia. That's what keeps them here. And we like to think all the other reasons keep them here. But we have the best educational system in the world, and we have the best educational facilities and institutions in the world.
Hospitals as well, yeah.
And then the meds part is the care, the medical, the hospitals, the good care that you get here. And also the teaching institutions. Penn and Jefferson are all teaching schools.
And exactly to go off of that, like it's cool how they're intertwined. So you look at Penn, Jefferson, Temple. Not only are those incredible universities, but they're also incredible hospitals that are tied to it.
Yep. LaSalle, you forgot?
LaSalle, no, I mean, there's plenty more. I'm not going to name them all, but there's eds and meds. The list goes on, and I think it's a great reason to be around. If something, God forbid, an emergency happens, you need to hit the ER, you have plenty of great options around you. You have plenty of good health situations around you as well.
And Center City and the Navy Shipyard are now trying to tout themselves as being pharmaceutical and technological sites too. So a lot of tech is coming down there. Pharma and tech are coming into Philadelphia too. So,
but hey, we're not eds and meds guys. We're real estate guys. Mm-hmm. So we love to deliver this information. We love our city of Philadelphia and the areas around Philadelphia. So any knowledge and information that we can provide there is big. And we want to talk about Philadelphia and the area that we love. So if you have any real estate related questions, because that's kind of where we focus on, shoot us a message. We would love to help you out, chat in any way.
And if you're relocating in and out of the area, or if you know of any friend or family member who are relocating in the area, please reach out to us too. The Higgins team at KW, we're happy to service you and your clients.
Yeah. So all the blessed.
All good. All the blessed.
All the blessed.